Hello and welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Paula. You can find me on Instagram under the 502 Stitcher. Today is Monday, May 8th, 2023, and this is Flosstube number 10. We've made it to double digits. So my returning subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back week after week and following along with my cross-stitch Flosstube journey. If you're new here, I hope you like what you'll see and you'll stay around. This is my 1 week follow-up for WIP Maynia. So this floss tube might be a little bit shorter than my typical floss tubes, just because it's 1 week versus 2, so I probably don't have nearly as much. I say that every week, and then I have a ton of stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Just a little life update. This weekend was Derby weekend, so the kids were out of school on Friday for Oaks Day. We went over my mom and dad's, and we had a really good day, just spending time with family. My brother was over, so we had a good lunch, and the kids played in the backyard, and just good family time. And definitely we'll be doing that again soon, probably in a couple of weeks. We plant in the garden over there and all that stuff, so that'll be fun for the kids. Also, I took a class with the Stitch people. They had what they call the spring fling. They do it, of course, in the spring. It is 3 days worth of classes, like an hour or so class every day. So I did learn quite a bit from that, and it was really good. And so if you do stitch people or you like to follow on that kind of thing, definitely check them out. The first day classes was like a color theory and the start of the pattern that they were doing. The day 2 was on realistic hair for the stitch people projects or whatever. And then the third day was embroidery of like the flowers and that kind of thing. So definitely informative. Lots of information was given. So definitely check out the stitch people if you're interested in that. Highly recommend it. So I'll go ahead and jump in here and show you what I've been working on. I do have 2 new starts, and I know I said I wasn't going to start anything in the month of May, but yeah, never say never. This first one is on it is the Sweet as Honey from the Stitch Pe or Sweet as Honey by Stitching with the Housewives. It is on the call for colors in the DMC conversion, but I'm doing a different fabric. They had did a dyed fabric that is green, obviously, and I'm doing a purple because purple is my favorite color. This was from I got from Stitchy Kindness. It is from Bee Stitch Me in the color Lotus, and I'll show you that card. And I don't have a huge start on this. I started this last Monday and then pretty much didn't touch it since, but it's on a beautiful purple fabric. And this is in the Nerd Hoop. It is the small one. I got one of the small ones. And it's perfect for these dapper doodads and that kind of thing from the Real Housewives because I think they're all like 4x4 or so, and perfect to fit in here. This is probably like a 5x5 or maybe a 6x6 or so. Probably 5x5. I say that, and then I'm like, oh. My last new start, I started yesterday. It is the last roundabout in the Berry series. It is Berry Blessed. And because this was the 5th one, it does come with a free pattern. So eventually I'll get to the free pattern. This one I am working on. It is a binder, I guess you call it, from Creative Carol. I got it with my Christmas money, and I really enjoy it. The Stitching with the Housewives, they talk about this one a lot. It has like different pockets in here. I'll show you her name so you can look on Etsy if you like one. I do like the beginning, the middle of it. It has this felt here, and you can as you can see, it just sticks right to it, so you don't get lost. It doesn't get an entangled mess and end up halfway down the room. This one is on a 14 count Ada. I don't know if I said bringing together. I am doing the call for colors, but the DMC conversion. So I got a good start on that. I should be feather, but yesterday I just didn't do very much with it like I should have. It's easier said than done. And then next I'll go into my whips. I worked on this yesterday quite a bit when I was watching the Stitch people. It is the Hive rules. There is a stitch along with this. Oh, and then while I'm thinking of it, Chris from the Camping Stitcher. She has a Facebook group. Also check her out at Flosstube if you haven't watched that. But she has a Facebook group, and I saw today that she posted a big long list of styles she's accumulating. So definitely check out her Facebook page, and you can find all the styles that are going on currently. This one is in the Hive Rules. It is in a Facebook group called PC Hive Rules, hashtag PC Hive Rules, and I'll put all information down below. In this stitch along, if you haven't heard about it, they are breaking down each section month by month. And I did make April's section last day. Last day I got April's done, and then I started on May yesterday. I'll show you all of that. This is on a 25 count Lugana. I think it's just white. Sorry, that's my needle there, pinning it. Take that out. It's making it all willy wonky. Oh, there it goes. That'll be better. So that's what I got done so far. And this was March's section, April's section, and then this start with May with the Mind Your Own Beeswax. It's turned out really good. I'm really proud of how it's looking. It's looking good. And my next one, this is a WIP from Stitching with the Housewives. It is Home Where the Reef Is. And I didn't get a ton done, but then I got to counting, and I'll show you what I did. It is on a 14 count black Ada, and I am doing the DMC conversion. And I was looking at it, and I was like getting discouraged because I didn't have much done. I didn't work on my time, but you know, an afternoon or so. But like that's like about 400 stitches right there when I counted it up, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not so bad after all, because you don't realize how many stitches are in each thing. Because each row I think is like, I don't know, 14, 15 or so. So it adds up over time. And sorry if you can hear that. What's going on outside? Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. And the next WIP that I was working on was a pattern from Stitching with the Housewives. Don't have the main one in here, so I have to try to insert a picture maybe of it. But it is the May calendar creates. This is for the call for colors and the call for fabric. This is Wishful 14 count Ada, and I got the kit from Fat Quarter Shop. This is in a Nerd Hoop, the medium size, and I have a needle minder of Mary Poppins that I treated myself to for my birthday. It's from, I think, Mad Reminders. I'll try to link it below. It's an Etsy store. Mary Poppins is my favorite Disney movie, so I saw that and decided to treat myself to it. And my last WIP, sorry, it is the start I did for my anniversary. It is the Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt. I am using the Call for Colors. I got the floss pack from Fat Quarter Shop. I am using fabric I got from 123 Stitch. They were out of the fabric that was called for. And it is potato. It's a 25 count Lugana. I barely just got anything done on it. I just started on 2 of the petals from one of the flowers. And there is a stitch along that just started with this one from Stitcher Stash. There is somebody that was starting up Flea Market Flowers. Stitch along. I can't think of the word. If you're in the Facebook group, you can join that, or if you're not, join it anyway. It should be lots of fun. And next, I'll start in with my Maynia projects. If you don't know what Maynia is, it was started, I think, I've gathered in 2017 by a group of cross stitchers in a Facebook group. They decided to start like 17 new projects for 2017. It's evolved over time, obviously. Some people do 31 projects, so they'll start a project every single day in May. And that just seems very overwhelming for me. Some people start a new project every Monday or Sunday. Some people are working on whips. It's whatever you want to do, you make it your mania. I decided to pull out 5 of my whips and do 2 hours on each one, and I did pretty good. There was one day that I didn't make it, and I'll talk to you about that in a little bit. But I did pretty good, and I'm doing like I take a stopwatch on my phone and do 2 hours directly, so it might be 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of a real time to make that exactly that 2 hours. The first one I got is I'll try, oh, and then I'll try to insert a picture of where my progress was. There was one day I forgot pictures, so sorry about that. But they I'll try to insert the picture with that and show you where I am now currently. This first one is Lover's Grave, and I do not have a copy of the picture. It was from a library book that I got, and I had to return. I have requested to get that library book, but I'm on the list. But in the meantime, my library has a Libby app. Excuse me. And like if you have a Libby app or an app from your library, I would definitely check that out because you can download books and all that kind of stuff from it. Sorry, throat's getting dry from talking too much. But you can download like mine even has like cross stitch magazines. It's got some of the like the keep cross stitching, and I forget the other name of the other one magazines on there. But this book is on there, so I'm able to continue on doing what I want it to do with it. It's just, I think it's a little bit harder the digital versus having the book in front of me. But this is what I got done so far, and it is like I don't know if I said it. It's Lizzie from Lindsay Swearing, and it's called The Lover's Grave. And the part I worked on was this grass right here, and I know that doesn't look like that much, but it's very broken up. I don't know if you can see some of it. It's like that's probably like 4 colors right there, all mixed up. So in some places there might be like 3 stitches, 1 stitch, 2 stitch, and it kind of jumps around. So hopefully for end of May I'll have a good chunk of it done. It's really pretty. I don't remember if I said 14 count Ada white. It is Call for Colors, the DMC colors from the book. The next one I was actually able to finish. This one is a Lizzie Kate pattern, the Winter Wishes. This was a 12 by 12 start. If you don't know what 12 by 12 was, it was a stitch along that people were doing where you start 12 new projects New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. And this is on a 28 count Jovelin. I got it from a Facebook marketplace, and I think the color was like Ice Angel. I didn't have any really paper with it. And what I plan to do, I have another 12 by 12, which went along with this kind of the one after it, was a spring one. And I plan to take it in its place. So hopefully I'll have a couple of 12 by 12s done through this. The next one, I know I don't have a picture of this one, so I can't insert a picture. So you'll have to imagine along with me. This is a for the Housewives, the snowed in snowbirds. So imagine this not done. I had the tree, the globe, the snowflakes, and the branch and the start of the snow and the branches, but I did not. I did the birds on each side, the house, this part of the tree, and this bird and its little scarf. I did all that. I did work on it. I think more than 2 hours. I think I picked up one other night and was working on it a little bit. I think it's pretty how it's turned out. And then I'll go on to the next one and do up here. And both of these were 12 by 12 starts. And my next, this is one I didn't get very much done. We had a power outage and that went out Wednesday night into Thursday, and it was out all night long, and it came on fairly early in the morning, around like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And my youngest has a lot of medical equipment, so I was up all night keeping an eye on her and her equipment, changing batteries out. Had to run out to the car once and charge up one of her equipment. So fun times. Pirates is not fun. This one is Current Mood by Autum Stitchery. And I got this pattern from, I downloaded one of the Halloween editions. I forget what year. I'll try to find it and put it down below. Of the Just Crossstitch magazine. I downloaded it from the website. I've also seen this pattern. I actually saw it yesterday. You can buy it separately. So you could do that if you wanted to get it first, or if you wanted to download the whole magazine. But after being up, 24 hours, I didn't do much. I had this done, and like the outline of this, I barely filled in any of this right here. But hopefully I'm able to insert a picture, and you'll see what little progress I did. And last, this one is a book I got from the library, called Nature Many New Cross-Stitch Moffits Inspired by Nature by Susan Bates. And this is one of the very first projects I started. Let me see if I can find the picture of it without giving it away. Sorry, I should have had this all together. We can see that. Sorry. It's hard to see what you can see on the other side of it. Basically what I did was this whole flower right here. I got that done. As you can see, my very first project, I did not leave myself very much room. So hopefully I have plenty, or just barely enough room to do something with it to make it a finish. That's Flosstubes Maynia. So today, with it being Monday, I will pick one. I don't know if I'm going to do like every day, like continue the same one on that Monday, that Tuesday, whatever. I might kind of do whatever I feel like for that day. I'm not for sure. And lastly, before we get off here, I want to recommend my 3 floss tubers, just like I typically do in my 2-week floss tubes. Also, I want to ask you, if you have a floss tube that you watch that I haven't recommended it, can you put it down in the comments below? I know there's so many out there and you just can't follow them all. So if you have somebody that I should be watching, go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll check them out and recommend some of those to you guys too. I just think it's really important to share and tell everybody about, different floss tubes out there, because you can't watch them all. There's so many of them. Also, I had somebody reach out to me and say that, well, you're not even following these on your channels. Why are you recommending them? But I am following them on my personal YouTube channel. I just don't follow them on this channel. There's just so many out there. But like I said, everyone I'm recommending, I do subscribe to personally on my personal YouTube and watch them weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever they do their floss tubes. The first one I want to recommend is Kelsey Lee and Things, and her name is Kelsey. And she was one of the first ones I kind of started watching last year. She's been taking a little bit of a break, but I know she'll be back before too long and show some amazing things she's been working on. The next one is Adventures of Stitching with Alicia. She does a lot of full coverage, and I only have like maybe 1 or 2 full coverage, and it's just so overwhelming. And she does so many of them; they're so beautiful, and I just love watching her progress every time she does a floss tube. The last one is Sarah Stitches. I just watched her newest one last night, and she has an amazing project she's been working on. Her mother that had passed had a beautiful chalk drawing, and she found a cross stitch pattern that resembled it and did it, and it just looks really amazing together. And then she showed a tablecloth that her grandmother had embroidered, and kind of went matched all the other 2. So she's going to try to figure out something to do with the 3 of them, and I just can't wait to see what she's going to decide to do. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful week. Hopefully, I'll be back next week and give you an update of how this week with Mania, or with Stitch Mania, goes. And so I'll hopefully see you next week, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever day I'm able to do this. And I'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.